Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Uh, is everything coming in okay? This is World of Wrestling here. Sorry about the delay, guys. I really apologize. I really am pissed off about all of this. This sucked. I don't understand what the issue was with my camera. How's everything coming in with me? Leave a comment in the chat. Do I sound good? Coming across okay? Is everything good? Okay. Apparently nobody's saying anything right now. So, all right. Anyway, I do apologize. We're gonna go over a couple of things that took place over the weekend. I'm gonna first get a lot of the non-Wrestlemania topics out of the way right here and now. One of the things that is gonna take place that I'm gonna discuss is actually about Triple H's retirement. This past Thursday, Triple H did announce that he will no longer be wrestling in the ring ever again. Thank you, Matt87 Eagle. Appreciate the comment. He blames Bruce for why I couldn't get my computer to run and get the camera going. All right. Well, I appreciate that, Matthew. And thank you for blaming it all on Bruce Pritchard. Fortunate enough, Bruce Pritchard doesn't run this channel. If it was being run by him, this channel would absolutely suck ass. And you guys would not have a voice on this channel. I know probably I lost a lot of viewers from this whole situation. Usually I get a lot of people chatting away in the chat. But unfortunately, there was some technical issues with the camera. So let's get down to business. Besides Triple H's announcement, he was breaking down and crying somewhat with Stephen A. Smith on Thursday. Very emotional stuff. If you haven't checked it out, you probably could find it on YouTube. He really was full of emotion and was extremely upset about how vulnerable he really was in front of his kids. He always presented a strong-willed human being of himself in front of his kids. His kids practically looked at him as if he was Superman. So he was a little upset about that. I don't blame him. He definitely was surprised with the heart attack. I definitely was surprised. I'm just very happy that Triple H is okay and he's up and walking again with no other major issues right now. So I'm very thankful for that for him. I'd hate to think another person in 2022 would be passing away from the click. That would absolutely have sucked. But anyway, let's move on from that. We also have news about AEW. AEW is going to be presenting a new female in-ring competitor into the Owen Hart tournament. And some people think it might be Toni Storm, Tegan Knox, and a few other WWE former WWE superstars. My opinion, I think it's probably, and you guys will not believe what I'm about to say here, probably it might be Tessa Blanchard. Here's the reason why I'm speeding up. Oh, okay. That's weird. All right. Everything's coming in smoothly here. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, my camera's showing me coming in smooth, and I'm not, moving really fast on the camera or nothing, so I have no idea. Anyway, the technical issues continue as I'm here with you guys. How unfortunate. Thank you, Bruce. Anyway. Yeah, I think Tessa Blanchard will be the woman to actually debut in AEW. I think Tessa Blanchard will be with her father, Tully Blanchard, simply because of the fact that, yeah, she was let go by FTR. I think Bret Hart will be brought in for FTR as a manager, possibly. So those are the main reason why I think Tessa Blanchard will be joining AEW into this Owen Hart tournament. Maybe it's a one-time only thing. Who knows? But I think it might be her. I might be wrong. It might be Toni Storm for all we know. But it is what it is. Anyway, let me get into some of the comments that were made, which weren't that many. I can understand why. I haven't been here but for 5 minutes. Usually people start coming in as we go. And let's go over some of the comments. Rachel Buck, she finally shows up today. I haven't heard from her in a while outside of the last Random Wrestling about 2 weeks ago. She came on and said the top matches that I want to see is Edge versus AJ Styles, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for both the titles, and Cody versus Seth Rollins. Those are the top matches. Yeah, those are the top matches. And the only matches that really feel anything remotely close to a WrestleMania. That's pretty sad. With a match card full of different matches that probably would equal out to be a total of 14 matches. You got 3 important matches, and the rest of the entire show looks disgusting. I mean, seriously, it don't really matter. And I'm going to go over that entire card, give you guys my preview and prediction of that, as well as go over what's going on with the ticket sales. Well, let me tell you what's going on with the ticket sales. Allah Master went ahead and said AEW is the big leagues. Of course they are. They are the only true company that really gives a shit about its fans. So, yeah, of course that's going to be the case. But anyway, let me go ahead here. I'm kind of looking at my FanDuel stuff here. It had some basketball thing I set up, and I'm down by several points, but I got 2 other players in my lineup that are playing at 10 o'clock, and my opponent has nobody, so I should catch back up with no problem. So let me take a look here real quick at Wrestlemania. All right? I'm going to type in WWE on Ticketmaster real quick. And I'm going to show you guys in the camera exactly how the arena looks. All right? For night 1 and night 2. So, all right, WWE tickets. All right. Saturday show. Let me just show you guys right here in the cameras. And I have no way of sharing my actual screen here. Exactly how night 1 looks like. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this. It kind of zoomed in on everything. Let me enlarge it, see if I can do that. Damn, I can't enlarge it. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to show you this real quick. Here, oh shit. Here's what the entire arena looks like. Look at that shit. Is that crazy or what? The entire upper deck is open for ticket sales. You could buy a ticket right now. Upper deck. No lie. Now, let me show you something else. Upper deck in section 441, row 26 is $42. Could you imagine only having to pay $42 to see a WrestleMania event? I tried to go ahead and see WrestleMania 36, and I had to pay $275 for one ticket. One. And this, you could go to the upper deck and only spend $42 fucking dollars. Now, let me show you something else. This is really crazy. I'm going to highlight just the floor A section. Floor A. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how much floor A. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Just yesterday, folks, I told my friend Matt87 Eagle this. It was $805 for the floor A. If you were willing to take row 11 on floor A, it's $687. $687 to be on the fucking floor. Guess what else? Not also would you be on the floor, you would be so damn close to the action, you could probably taste the sweat coming off the wrestlers' bodies. Not that you would really want to do that. Now get this. Row 6, yeah, you got to pay a little extra more. You want to know how much that is? $813 for row 6 on floor A. That's like front row center. You're practically as close to the fucking ring as the announcers are. I mean, that is insane. All right, let me do another one. Row B, or section B. All right, section B, row 12, you paid $692. Let me see something here. Section B, row 10, you paid $982. And yeah, some of the prices are going up. The closer you get to the actual ring, it's $2,099. It gets a little bit more expensive the closer you get to the ring. But folks, think about it. $2,900 or $2,099, and that's all you're paying for? That's all you're paying for one ticket. This is Wrestlemania, folks. We're talking about Wrestlemania, okay? This is insane. All right, so we already took a look at night 1. Now, let's look at night 2 for ticket sales. This is the big one. This is really the real WrestleMania event, okay? Because at the end of the day, the main event is with Rock and Roman Reigns. So there you go. But yeah, take a look at night 2. I'm going to show you that in just a second once I can get this all in the picture. All right, take a look at this. I'm trying to get it where it doesn't reflect what the hell. I don't know if you can see that or not. It looks kind of odd to me. Yeah. Can you see it better now? I think so. Yeah, if you guys can see, I don't know if you can, but you can see it's exactly the same as night 1. Night 1 is, and night 2 are looking horrible. Let's look at the price tickets for floor A. It's the same exact thing. And guess what? Section 401 is 30 fucking bucks. The upper deck is $40. Are you kidding? Or $30. This is insane. Really, this is. Let me do 412. They want $72. Well, that's expected because they still got a couple more days before they can actually get this up and running for us to see on Sunday. So let's go to section A, or floor A. Let's take a look at this shit. Floor A, guys. You know, I said a few moments ago for night 1, floor 6, you pay row 6, you would actually pay $895. If you go one row back to row 7, you're only going to have to pay $762. This company is garbage. There is no reason for these tickets to be this cheap. I mean, damn. What in the fuck is this company doing? This is outrageous. If you think for a solitary second WWE is going to be able to get away with being able to tell its audience it reached 100,000 fans to show up at this event, they'd be lying through their teeth. I guarantee you we are going to be seeing parts of the stadium tarped off. I mean, literally, people are not going to be able to see. The lighting in the place is going to be more dim than usual. That's another thing. I'm shocked. Well, really, I shouldn't be shocked, but technically, I'm just really surprised at the prices on these tickets and everything. And I'll tell you what, guys, this episode really is sucking balls. We got nobody in the audience for this live stream, and this turned out to be a terrible fucking showing. I sincerely apologize to you guys about this. This really is terrible. What's going on here? There's like only now 2. Okay, thank goodness. At least we got something. But anyway, this WrestleMania is abysmal. Really, it is. It is fucking downright terrible beyond belief. Now let's go into the actual match card. Oh god, the match card should be absolutely ridiculous. Let's just see what good old Vincey and Bruce Pritchard had set up for us for this wonderful WrestleMania. Let's see. By the way, anyone happen to know the sound isn't good? What do you mean, Matt? Like you can barely hear me? Can you hear me now? All right. Anyway, this live stream has turned out to be a cursed one, I guess. All right, so let me go over the entire match card for night 1. Oh, there's a lot of breakups. Oh, great. I don't know why there's a lot of breakups here. It's coming in smooth as can be on my end. There's no, buffering or nothing. It's just coming in nice and smooth. So I don't understand. Anyway, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. My prediction on that match, I think Becky Lynch is going to retain the championship. There's no reason for Bianca Belair to win. There's also a suggestive rumor going around that Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey will be facing each other at WrestleMania 39. So what would be the point in taking the title off of Becky Lynch at this point? Makes no sense to me. So I would keep the title on her unless they can find someone that's a better replacement to beat Becky Lynch for the title. Bianca Belair, I mean, she's a good athlete and she's a good entertainer, but she has no contenders. So why give a title to some new person just so she can have a championship and ultimately do nothing with it? It's kind of ridiculous. You're kind of saving her by not giving her the title than putting the title on her in the first place. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio will be facing The Miz and Logan Paul. Oh, God. The Miz will be losing this match. I think Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio will win. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. That's a piss break. No one even cares to see that match. I don't even know why it's on the show. It shouldn't even be on Superstars, let alone Wrestlemania. But yeah, Drew McIntyre is going to beat Happy Corbin with no problem. The Usos are going up against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Now, this is a telling factor. This is in night one. There is a rumor going around backstage in WWE that Jey Uso might turn on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Night 2 for the WWE Universal and WWE Championship. If that happens, I would imagine that the Usos will be losing the tag team titles. There's no reason for the Usos to stay tag team champions if they're going to do that with Jey Uso. Now, if the titles remain with them, I don't suspect that rumor is going to come true. I think Roman Reigns will retain his Universal title and win the WWE Championship as well. So, just keep an eye out for that. We do have a tag team match with the New Day with King Woods and Kofi Kingston just facing Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Butch. Oh, God. Butch. I can't believe they're going with that. I can't believe they went with that fucking name, Butch. It just sounds so ridiculous. But yeah, Butch will be in their corner as a special manager. What a fucking joke. I guarantee you, Butch will be cut from WWE after WrestleMania. Bet you on that. Maybe not immediately, but a couple of months afterwards, he'll be gone. Guarantee it. Seth Rollins is doing night one as well. He probably will be kickstarting the show. This will probably be the opener, I'm guessing. And Seth Rollins will be going up against Cody Rhodes, more than likely. And Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon, will be announcing Rollins' opponent on the night of the event. Oh, great. How wonderful. And then, of course, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. By the way, I forgot to even mention who's going to win the matches between Ridge Holland and Sheamus versus the New Day, which, who the fuck cares, really? Like, does anyone give a shit about that one? I know I don't. I don't give a flying fuck about this. This is shit. Just to make a pick, I'll just go with Sheamus and Ridge Holland, I guess. I don't know. Seth Rollins and whoever his opponent is, I think Cody will win this match. I would hate to think they bring Cody in just for him to lose. That would be kind of fucking dumb. But hey, they done that to AJ Styles, so why not do it to Cody Rhodes? Right? Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. I'm saying Ronda Rousey will win this championship match. Not that it would be anything worth of anyone's time. As you guys could tell, I was about ready to yawn just talking about Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. Probably one of the worst and most boring storylines being built on this entire card. Then, of course, we have the Steve Austin Kevin Owens show, which is taking place, possibly being the main event, or last segment, I should say, of WrestleMania 38 for night one. And I think that is the proper way to go, because Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey is by far the worst decision, because they have been built up terribly. And with the way things have been going, who the fuck cares to see these two women in the main event? It's been terrible. And even worth the main event. I think Seth Rollins versus whoever the hell he's going to be facing is more of a main event than Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, to be quite frank with you, because I think that would be a better idea. Cody being introduced in the main event of WrestleMania 38, and Seth Rollins comes out to his theme music. He's standing there. He's waiting for someone to show up. And then all of a sudden, Vince McMahon comes out and he introduces Cody Rhodes. And that is the main event of the show. I think that would be great. I think that would be the best way to end WrestleMania night one. I really do. Now moving on to night two. Oh, this is a fucking doozy. guys. Night 2 is a real doozy. Oh, man. And I'm going to be going live for this shit. Both nights, because I'm taking a vacation off after my birthday and everything, so I'm not going to have nothing to worry about waking up for work the next day. So I'll be on here live both nights, giving you guys full coverage of the results and my feelings on the actual show itself, which ain't going to be very positive anyway, as you guys already can tell. So, they have here for night 2, Queen Zelina and Carmella, the tag team champions, going up against Sasha Banks, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Wow. Like, nobody fucking cares. Sasha Banks even being in this is pathetic in its own right. I would prefer Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's what I would prefer. But hey, I can't make those decisions because I'm not in creative and I'm not Vince McMahon. But if I was, I'd actually make better choices than what this whole fuck is actually doing. Anyway, moving on. Johnny Knoxville. Oh yeah, the winners of this match. I'm going to take Sasha Banks and Naomi. I think Sasha Banks deserves a moment in the sun at least. I mean, this is not much of a moment, but at least it's a win nonetheless. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn in anything goes match. This match might be interesting, but truthfully, it's a fucking celebrity. Nobody cares about Johnny Knoxville in wrestling. Is he funny? Yes, I like Johnny Knoxville. I think he's a very humorous guy. But a wrestler? No. I don't want to see him wrestle. If he was a special manager to, Ricochet for the Intercontinental title, which I've mentioned several times, I'd be Jake with that. I would think that would be very cool. But unfortunately, he ain't in it. Neither is Finn Balor and Damian Priest for the U.S. Championship. I can't believe that shit. They're in the fucking Andre the Giant Battle Memorial match, which is not even taking place at WrestleMania or the pre-show. It's going to be on WrestleMania SmackDown. Like, is anyone watching that anyway? Really? I think people are going to be more interested in watching what Ring of Honor does under the control of Tony Khan. Honestly, this is fucking ridiculous. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville, I think, is going to beat Sami Zayn. That's right, folks. I think Sami Zayn is going to lose. This is set up for Sami to lose. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory will win this match against Pat McAfee. I'm thinking he might win. I'm not sure, 100%. But I'm going to go with Austin Theory. Because I think Vince McMahon would play a vital role into this and make it a little bit interesting getting involved by, distracting Pat McAfee. And then we see Pat McAfee peddle his papers elsewhere, where he can go ahead and do something else with his career than dwelling and being far superior than everybody else in WWE, which he does on a regular basis. Chucky Dolls. Hey, Chucky Dolls, haven't heard from you in a while. Did you watch WWE Evil on Peacock yet? No, I have not. I will check that out at some point. It looked kind of good based on the trailer, but it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over not watching it. It's not the biggest thing in the world. It seems like WWE lives in the past, and today's heels are absolutely dreadful. There's nothing cool about heels today. The heels in the WWE are absolute garbage. They do the same repetitive thing. They run away, they cheat, they do sneak attacks. They never, ever, hardly ever win straight up. They most of the time have to cheat, which is pretty fucking sad. I mean, if you look at Triple H's track record, he had moments in his career where he actually won clean as a heel. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to fight it anymore. WWE is going to do what they're going to do, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, moving on. We have the WWE Raw Tag Team titles in a triple threat schmoz match with RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle. The Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, and Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, and Otis. I think this match will be a surpriser. I think this is going to be a decent match. Granted, it is very much similar with all the same competitors. The only difference is the Street Profits are added in instead of Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. So I think this should be a good match. Do I see Randy Orton and Riddle losing the tag team titles? I'm not quite sure on that. I don't know why you would do the turn now when they should have done it in the middle of building towards WrestleMania, where we see Randy Orton and Riddle go at it one-on-one. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So why would you want to do the turn at WrestleMania when you should have done it before WrestleMania? My attitude would be have Randy Orton and Matt Riddle retain the tag team titles at WrestleMania here, have them lose it at Money in the Bank, and eventually build them up towards a match at SummerSlam so that Matt Riddle can get a big victory over Randy Orton. That is what I would do based on the situation here. We're also, I got a couple other comments by Chucky Dolls. Chucky Dolls said, Eddie Guerrero lie, cheat, and steal, laugh out loud. Yeah, that has a lot to do with WWE Evil, but he was actually more of a face than a heel than anything else. He made a heel-like tactic be comedic and funny into a face-type run. He also says that Randy Orton should face Stone Cold Steve Austin very soon. Steve Austin will never wrestle again. He's already made that announcement. He is not wrestling. He doesn't see the point in wrestling at all. He's doing this simply because Vince McMahon's begging him for this. He needs some kind of help by Steve Austin, and he thought Steve Austin would be the help. If you happen to go back on this live stream and go to where I showed you guys for night 1 and night 2, there are still a ton of seats left, especially the ones in the front row on the floor is between $600 to $800 per ticket, which, by the way, when they were first being sold, they were at $6,000 for one ticket. So you go figure that one out. And by the way, if you happen to go ahead and bought the ticket weeks after it was being released for people to purchase, and you spent $6,000, why, you just wasted your fucking money. Because all you had to do was wait 4 or 5 days before WrestleMania, and you could have gotten it for dirt cheap, man. That's how fucking pathetic this company is. So, yeah. But Randy Orton versus Stone Cold Steve Austin? No. That's never happening. Sorry, Chucky Dolls. I mean, it would work if it was, 10, 15 years ago, and Steve Austin, decided, hey, maybe coming out of retirement for this one match between the Rattlesnake versus the Viper type of mentality matchup where they build some kind of legitimate storyline between these two to get them to actually wrestle. I would be okay with that, but really, to be honest with you, it's not necessary, and Steve Austin's already stated he ain't wrestling ever again. So that's it. Next match after that, we had we're going to have Edge versus AJ Styles. I think Edge and AJ Styles is going to be an excellent match. I agree with Rachel Buck. She keeps hyping that up. She says that's one of the biggest matches she's interested in besides Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And I have to agree. I think it is going to be the best match out of the entire card for both nights. So Edge versus AJ Styles, the winner of that match, that is going to be a really hard one to pick. I really don't know who the hell to pick in that, but I would say I think I would say that AJ Styles might win this, but then again, maybe I'll go with Edge since Edge has had more momentum than AJ Styles. AJ Styles is just starting to get some momentum being a part of the storyline. So maybe I'll switch my choice here. I'm going to go with Edge on this, and I think Edge is going to win by cheating, and AJ Styles is going to suffer a loss. Bobby Lashley versus Almost. Oh, God. Really? This match is actually fucking taking place? We're getting Almost facing Bobby Lashley. They rushed Bobby Lashley to get him to show up for this match alone. I don't fucking believe this company. I didn't watch Raw last night, so don't hate on me. As you guys already knew, I didn't upload. As you guys already know, I didn't upload a fucking video for last week's Raw. I watched Raw live, actually, and I didn't review it. Didn't get around to doing it, and nor was it really that important, so who fucking cares? Especially with Becky Lynch and her precious Raw Women's Championship belt. I mean, give me a fucking break. But yeah, that's sickening. I don't even give a fuck who wins that match. I'm gonna go with Almost, though, winning the match. I think that's Vince McMahon's way of boosting up Almost's character and making him more, legit to the audience, which I don't see anything legitimate about him at all. Then we have the main event with a winner-take-all match for to unify the WWE and Universal Championship belt. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, of course, the big mega match that's been hyped up for about 3 or 4 months now. And I'm going with Roman Reigns retaining his belt and winning the WWE Championship. And that's basically it. So between night 1 and night 2, we got a total of 14 matches, like I mentioned. 7 matches on night 1, 7 matches on night 2, and only 3 matches matter. The rest of the card, you could give a flying fuck less. I mean, honestly, the Raw Tag Team title match really looks good. I mean, anything could really happen in that match. I like that match, even though it's not really a WrestleMania match per se. It could be on a Raw event. Edge and AJ Styles will be probably the best match. Second best match will be the World Championship match. But the rest of this, Bobby Lashley Almost could have been on Raw. Why does this got to be on WrestleMania? Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. That I would be okay with on a WrestleMania card, per se, because we've seen Pat McAfee at least perform. He's been good. He's done some good stuff, but he's not really a wrestler per se. He's just a good entertainer, and that's all he is. He doesn't have high bits of training. I mean, there are mentioned that he does train, though. He has a ring of his own that he trains, so he could actually perform. But that's Pat McAfee, Austin Theory. It's a mid-card match. I'd say it's a mid-card WrestleMania match. It's not terrible idea. Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, please, like I've said before, what the fuck is this doing on WrestleMania? The WWE Women's Tag Team title should not even exist, let alone be on WrestleMania. SmackDown Women's Championship. On paper, could be a WrestleMania match, but build-wise, absolute bore fest that makes you want to go ahead and drink a pound of NyQuil to pass out an overdose on it. Seth Rollins versus whoever it might be, which more likely is Cody Rhodes. I would say that's a good WrestleMania match, despite the build. Not really much of a build there, but it had a John Cena type of feel to it, like it was at WrestleMania 34. That's kind of what they were going with. The New Day against Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Don't know why this is on the card. It has no business being there. I mean, Usos defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Shouldn't be on the card. Should be on SmackDown. It's just a decent little televised match you could put on there to fill up time. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Again, guys, what is this even doing on any show? It doesn't even belong on SmackDown, let alone a fucking WrestleMania card. Give me a fucking break. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio with The Miz and Logan Paul. Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares about Logan Paul. Jeez, man, he's a stupid YouTube celebrity. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Despite the fact they fucked up with this is still, to me, technically something you could utilize on a WrestleMania card, but it's nothing to get excited over, to be quite frank with you. So let me go ahead and just tell you the matches I would take off this card easily. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio versus Miz and Logan Paul. That would be off the card. Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin, off the fucking card. The Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, off the fucking card. Let me just do it in an easier way. Here's the matches I would do. The Raw Women's Championship. That's one. The Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes match, which is more likely what it's going to be. That would be a WrestleMania match that I put on the card. That's 2. Number 3, unfortunately, I would put Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey on the card, despite the fucking build. It deserves to be there because it's a women's championship match, and the women deserve to have a right on the card. So, yeah, I would definitely put the SmackDown Women's title on the line, and it's still a money grabber, regardless of any build that they've done. The build has been terrible, I will admit that. But like I said, the names they speak for themselves. The match might actually be good, for all we know. It just might. It might surprise us. Despite the build, the match might turn out to be really, really good. So I'm not going to shit on it. I would go with a chance with that. So that is a total of 3 matches for night 1. Okay? So the matches so far, I guarantee you I'll be able to equal out about 8 matches, which would be for a one-night event. Watch this shit. Zelina Vega, the women's tag team title match, wouldn't have this on the card, so I don't care about that. Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn wouldn't even bother doing this at all. It wouldn't even have been there. Cancel that one out. Pat McAfee and Austin Theory, yes, that would be match number 4. The Raw tag team titles in the triple threat match. Yes, I would even have that on the card. I would. Because this is actually exciting. There's really no way of predicting who really would win. Your best bet to go with is the Raw Tag Team Champions right now. So that's what I would go with. Edge versus AJ Styles. Yes, that's match number 4, 5, 6. So Edge and AJ Styles would be match number 6. And then we'd have Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns for the WWE and Universal Championship belts. And guess what? That's match number 7. I'm off for 1 match. All right. To be fair, I'll put Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn in there, just to be fair. Because out of everything else on this card, who the fuck gives a shit? At least Johnny Knoxville's a name that people know. But that's 8 matches right there. What the fuck is this other 6 matches that are on this card on here for? They're worthless. Nobody's going to care. It's garbage. That's all I have to say on that subject. What a load of crap. This WrestleMania is going to suck balls. Let me go over the rest of the comments that were being made here. Chucky Dolls also stated after about Randy Orton and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He says, I think Stone Cold's facing Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Yeah, in the KO show. That's it. It's not an actual match. It's a confrontation. That's it. Matt 87 Eagle says the only time anyone will see a Stone Cold versus Orton match is in a 2K game. Okay. Chucky Doll says, who Sasha Banks facing at WrestleMania? I just stated it. She's going to be in the Fatal 4-Way Women's Championship Tag Team Championship match with Naomi as her tag team partner. And then Chucky Dolls also asked, do you think the ratings will be better if Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, and Trish Stratus appeared at WrestleMania? No, I don't. I don't think people are interested in seeing these older superstars from generations ago appearing in today's modern day wrestling. It's not that people dislike Kurt Angle or Shawn Michaels or Trish Stratus or Stone Cold Steve Austin or any of these names that were very popular back in the day. It has a lot to do with the fact that these guys cannot perform at the level they used to perform at. They are older. They are burnt out. They are, they have had a lot of injuries. And they can't do the same kind of promos they used to do back in the day. Vince McMahon is so airtight on what people can say in these promos. It's like, what is the point? That's another reason why there's no excitement with these people when they cut these promos. They just don't want to be there. They're just spitting the words out and moving on to the next segment. That's all there is to it. There's nothing to this. It's a joke. That's why WrestleMania is terrible with its ticket sales. There's no excitement going into it. There's way too many fucking matches. Like I said, there's about six to seven matches that are on this card that shouldn't even be there. It really they should. If I took Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville off this card, it would only be 7 matches, which is pretty much a 3-hour show. Unless they really pushed it to the limit and made practically every match about 18 to 20 minutes or more. So, really, what are we getting at out of this? This is nothing. We're going to be spending 2 nights of our lives watching this shit. And if you're not reviewing this, I highly recommend don't watch it. Just come on here, watch what I have to say, hear what I have to say, whatever you want to say, whichever way you want to look at it. We will be live here on the channel to discuss about both nights. And I'm dead serious, guys. There's going to be nothing exciting about this WrestleMania. And the good matches that are on this card are going to get to the point when we get to those matches, we are going to be so fucking bored, we're not going to even care about a match like Edge and AJ Styles or Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. We're not going to care about any of the matches that were given any legitimate build as a WrestleMania match because we got all this other filling shit going on throughout the entire show. And we're just sitting there bored out of our fucking minds. Not to mention, we're going to be seeing a lot of empty seats unless some miracle takes place. Vince McMahon starts bringing people up from the grave and paying them to go see this shit. Or, getting live people to go do it. Whatever, man. This is just a fucking abysmal fucking pay-per-view. Just like this stream turned out to be a abysmal pay-per-view. And abysmal live stream as it's turned out to be. LMester says AEW is the real WrestleMania. I don't know about that. How can they be the real WrestleMania? If you want to say Revolution was the real WrestleMania, I'll go with that. I will go with that. At least every match had a purpose on the card. I mean, this pay-per-view does not have a lot of matches that have any reason to be on the card. Okay, Monster, you say, yeah, to the being Revolution as the WrestleMania of the as Revelations being WrestleMania. Then yeah, I agree with you, man. This is fucking terrible. I haven't even watched the show, and I'm expecting it to be absolute garbage. Terrible fucking shit. This is terrible. Ella Monster says Revolution over WrestleMania. Absolutely. I mean, seriously, guys, I wouldn't recommend you guys catching this fucking live. I really would. I wouldn't waste my time watching these 2 nights. Matt 87 Eagles, my best friend. We know each other personally and everything. And I've told him I wouldn't even watch this shit. I would not watch this shit at all. All right. A few other people coming in. Chucky Dolls actually had something to say. I don't think WWE 2K22 has a road to WrestleMania or story mode. Yeah, they do. It's My Rise. That's the only real story mode they have. So if you want to do like a career mode where you do a creative wrestler, you can definitely do that. Dunata, I think I might be mispronouncing this. Dunata Roberts states that WrestleMania is going to be one big snooze fest show. Definitely so. I would recommend Mr. Roberts to miss this entire pay-per-view. 100%. If you want to come on here live and watch me talk about the entire show, I'll give you the results. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Like a brief, thing that took place, give you my ratings on each of the matches, and we can sit here and talk about it all through the night for about an hour or so. So, yeah, this is going to be a terrible fucking show, and anyone that thinks this is going to be a good show has to be high on something. And I don't even know if being high would even get me remotely excited. I mean, literally 2 years ago, I bought a 6-pack of beer, Guinness. I drank a 6-pack of beer of Guinness, sat here and watched SmackDown, and I sat there and I was like, this is shit. I can't even I'm not even entertained by this being drunk. And then I came on and uploaded a video of me being drunk. I mean, that's absolutely fucking hilarious. Alex John, what's going on with your sound in YouTube? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The last couple of weeks I've been doing fine. Today I had nothing but technical issues. I didn't even go on until 9 o'clock. I was having problems with the camera. Wasn't turning on or anything. And if it wasn't for Matt 87 Eagle telling you guys I was having an issue, shit, lost track. I was just looking at a comment. But yeah, I've been having problems with the camera when I first started this tonight at 8:30, which is the usual time I start. And I've been having issues with it since then. And for 30 minutes, I had no way of doing this. So, and then I've been having issues with the sounds. Supposedly, Matt 87 Eagle's been telling me you can't. I keep breaking in and out at certain points, so I don't know. Do not. Robert says I'm gonna come throw, bro. I've been watching you for a minute. Your opinion be on point. Okay. Why don't you be on point with what you're trying to tell me? I'm not quite understanding what you meant. Anyway, guys, with this technical issues in this episode being probably one of the worst ones I've ever had, we're going to close up early and call it a day. If you guys would like to leave comments down below, I'd be more than happy to respond back to those comments. Hit the like button if you like this video. I'm pretty sure none of you guys are going to hit the like button because of the quality of this video being absolute trash. But if you would like to be so kind to support the channel, hit the like button if you did like this video, and hit the subscribe button, of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great night, guys, and I'll speak to you again next week. What we're going to go over, who the fuck knows? That's the point of Random Wrestling Talk. So I'll speak to you guys next week for Random Wrestling Talk, and I will be speaking to you guys tomorrow about Dynamite for AEW. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow, and I'll upload that video, guys, and give you guys the full-on scoop of how I felt about that show. Anyway, guys, nice speaking to you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.